We have received the Ventech kit from Amazon. Let's start opening the box. Here we have the 4 IP POE camera. We got the cable for this camera, the Ethernet cable. This is a dumb camera, and at the bottom of this box, as you may see, is the NVR. Alright, we got everything out of the box. Now let's start talking about the NVR, which is the network video recorder. You may control this NVR by using the front panel that you can see here. However, we always recommend you to do it by using the mouse surfing on the main menu. Okay, let's see the back of the NVR. At the back plate of the NVR, you got 8 different PoE ports. They are video input. So PoE means power over Ethernet. You got video and power in the same Ethernet cable. By using this cable, you can feed your cameras through this cable with 48V. Okay, and this one over here is an Ethernet input, which comes from the router. Don't get confused with between this 8 and this one. Okay, so look at them, they look quite the same. This one is a power input, it's 48V, and it got a switch over it. Then we have a VGA output, and next to that one you got the HDMI output. The kit includes the cable for this one. And finally we got the 2 USB ports for the mouse and for the pen drive. Okay, let's put this one back to the table. This NVR has the capacity to work with cameras of 2 megapixels, 1080p, like the ones that we are using to make this video. Let's open the NVR and check what we got inside of this equipment. Okay, as you may see, this NVR has a pre-installed hard disk WD Purple, which is especially made for surveillance equipment. All the best surveillance equipment use this type of hard disk, the WD Purple, to make sure that you don't have any frozen images or any noise during recording. It also records 24/7, as you can see here, without any inconvenience. And to make sure that you got a best video quality, we installed this hard disk in all our kits. You can only connect IP cameras to this NVR because of the PoE technology that I've already explained to you before. So that's why we are using these 4 cameras here, which are IP PoE cameras. Okay, let's now talk about the power adapter for this NVR. This is a 48V 3A power adapter. That's the reason why this power adapter is bigger than the common 12V power adapter. The input could be from 110V to 240. This is the power mail that goes to the NVR, and at the same time the NVR can fit the cameras connected to it without any problem with the PoE technology. Remember, power over Ethernet, so it's pretty easy because you don't need any other splitter. This is remote control of the NVR and the mouse for the NVR. Okay, then you have the 16GB pen drive. Here you can save your pictures, your videos, snapshots, whatever you want, and it also contains the manuals and videos about how to set your notification, how to send emails, and how to configure your NVR. Okay, just keep in mind that only Ventech put this type of item inside your kit. Here you have the printed manual. At the end of this manual, you will find the link for our YouTube channel, where are all the videos regarding to the configuration of our equipment. The next item is the 100 feet Ethernet cable, and is the one that we are going to use to connect the cameras to the NVR. This cable could be placed for years without any inconvenience, so if you like to change your cameras in a few years, you can change it without replacing the cable. This kit normally comes with a 60 feet cable, but in this case we included the 100 because of the power adapter that we have here is 48V, and it supports up to 100 feet distance. So keep in mind that you won't have any power or video inconvenience once you place your cameras. Now let's check the cameras included in this kit. This one, as you can see here, is a dome metallic camera with a resistant housing. This camera has the LEDs over here, as you can see it, for night vision. You can adjust its position by moving the screw over here, and you can modify the angle of the camera. After doing that, tighten the screw one more time to lift the camera in a specific position. So this camera is really easy to place, and here we have the cable. This one is the PoE port, is for the Ethernet cable that we are going to use to connect the cameras to the NVR, and it has also a power connector in case you want to connect this camera to a DVR. In this case, we are going to use this connector only because of the PoE. Remember, power over Ethernet. Model of your IP camera may vary depending on the kit that you bought. Could be from 1 MP up to 2 megapixels, like this one. Okay, we got 1 megapixel, 1.3, and this one is 2.0 megapixels. These are waterproof cameras, so could be placed indoor or outdoor without any inconvenience. Now let's put it back in the table. Let me show you the bullet camera. This is the bullet camera. It is normally used for outdoor. However, as I said before, you can use the dome as an outdoor camera. This one has this joint over here that you can move by using the hex key that we included in this kit. This camera especially has more LED, so it covers a longer distance than the dome camera does. And this one also has the same cables, the Ethernet cable for the PoE and the power cable in case that you want to install it with the DVR. Remember, these cameras are IP PoE cameras that perfectly work with the NVR. Here we have the hex key, the sticker that you can place outside of your building, of your house, and this is the manual for both cameras. Okay, and finally we got here the RAM plug and the screws. We got everything that we need to mount it. Here we have the HDMI cable. It's a professional one. Okay, it's already included in this kit, and this is the 6.5 feet cable, Ethernet cable for the router, to connect the router to the NVR. You have everything here to install the kit by yourself, but in case you have any doubt, do not hesitate to contact us. At this point, we are going to connect our IP cameras to the NVR by using the Ethernet cable. Please plug into the PoE connector of your camera, one of the end of the Ethernet cable, and the other end is going to be plugged into one of the channel at the back plate of your NVR. This one here is the power connector that we are not going to use because, as I said before, This equipment works with PoE, power over Ethernet. So we got video and power already connected. Please do the same with all your cameras. And as you can see here, all our cameras are already connected, video and power, through the Ethernet cable. The 2 DOMs camera and the 2 bullet. There are the channels, the video input, and the NVR. And this one over here is for the router. We're gonna connect the HDMI cable to the NVR right here. Now let's connect the mouse to the USB. And this is the cable that we are gonna use to connect the NVR to the router. Okay. Now plug the power adapter. Let's connect the router. And finally, let's plug the power adapter. Do not forget to turn on the NVR by using this switch over here above the power connector. It takes a few seconds until you see the Ventech logo on your main screen. After you see the logo, you can watch our video about how to configure the NVR. Once you connect your cameras and turn on the DVR first time, this quick guide will be displayed on the main screen. Some Ventech DVRs display this main screen when you first turn it on. Please wait a few seconds until this main screen has changed. Then please click on Finish Search. Once you get here, please do right click and let's go to our wizard setup, which is our quick guide menu. Username and password by default. Okay, and here we have the same main screen that we had at the beginning of this video. The first 2 QR codes from left to right are used to find the NVZip either from iPhone or Android. However, I recommend you to download the app by using Play Store or App Store because some phones do not recognize the code. The last code on your right is the QR code used to get the ID of the DVR. It could be scanned from the NVZip app by using your phone to add the DVR. Otherwise, you may add this equipment to your NVZip app manually by getting the ID from the info icon on the menu. Click on Next. Okay, here we have time and date configuration. At this point, you can modify the different options listed on this menu. For example, language. I'm gonna select English, and format date. We select month, day, and year. Okay, the other option we can modify from this menu is, of course, date and time. However, these two can be synchronized with network's time automatically. Last option you can modify from this menu is the time zone. It depends on where you are located. Ours is -5, but let's check on the map. You can notice every location has its own time zone. Here at your right is UTC -5. Next one is UTC -6. The other one is UTC -7, and so on. If you don't mind, you can also Google it. For instance, let's try by introducing Dallas time zone in your browser. Okay, there it is. Dallas is -6. What about Portland time zone? Okay, here, and this one is -8. Finally, our area, which is Orlando time zone, and this is the one I'm gonna use for this video. Okay, let's move back to the setup wizard, and after setting all, in this window, please click on next here at the bottom. Moving on the setup wizard, here you can configure the different users on this DVR and its own passwords to ensure the right access to this equipment. I will explain this to you later. I will leave it by default right now and click on next. Okay, here you can modify network settings. It is important to please check the automatic DHCP option. This option will allow our DVR to automatically get an IP address from the router we are using. Please always select this option, otherwise you may have problem with your internet connection. Please press next. When you do click on next, the IP cameras connected to your device will be listed. Sometimes the IP cameras are automatically added because they are connected to the same local network of your device. Whether or not your device has found the cameras connected to your local network, I'm going to show you how to find them. Please click on search. Let's wait a few seconds. As you can see, you cannot select the rest of the options. Alright, there you have the 4 cameras connected to your local network. Next step, please click on add all. Now your cameras are all displayed in the main screen. In case something went wrong during the adding process, you can remove them and click on add all one more time. If the problem still persists when you try to add your IP cameras, please reboot your device. In case you require tech support, do not hesitate to contact our tech department through our live chat or by sending us an email. Press next. Here you have the video resolution of each channel. Please do not modify this option. Next. At this point, you can select between recording your videos in your pen drive or in your hard disk. For this video, I'm using a 1 terabyte hard disk. Let's format this hard disk by clicking here on format. Okay. And this process will take a few minutes. It doesn't matter if you are using a brand new hard disk or you got a brand new DVR which includes hard disk. Please always format the hard disk. After you have finished, the status here should be normal. Let's wait a few seconds more. Now it's done. Press OK and we can start recording all our videos. In fact, DVR will start recording automatically. However, playback and record setting will be explained later. By doing right click on the main screen, we can access to the main menu. Please select System Setup. The first sub-menu is General. This first option allows you to modify the time and date. Please select the Auto Synchronize box to get time from your local network. It will be always synchronized. Here at Time Zone, we have selected -5, which corresponds to our local time. And please check this box at the bottom to allow any time zone changes during the year. Please click on Apply and then OK. Let's go back to this menu. This user option allows you to modify the current username and password. The username is admin and password is blank by default. I recommend you to create a new username by clicking on Add. The username and password are up to you. Boxes below show the permissions for this new user. Remember, if you change the main user and its password, the process to recover this information is really difficult because of the security protocols. In case you decide to change them, please save it well to avoid further inconvenience. After you have done this, please press OK and go back to the main menu one more time. Here at Network, we can verify the network status. Click on Setting, and once you are here, the most important thing is the status should display online. That's why you must have the automatic DHCP option checked. Okay, please click OK. Next thing I'm gonna show you is how to get the DVR ID manually. Here at System Setup, please select the information icon. It shows you the device ID, which is the factory ID of your DVR. This ID could be used to add this DVR to your NVC app in your phone, or to add this DVR to your CMS program in your PC. To the main screen one more time, let's explore other options from the pop-up menu. Here is the layout, which allows you to divide your screen. Let's display channel number 3, or we can select between different views like 4, 8 or 9. Video adjust option allows you to modify any of these options on your cameras individually. Please select the channel first and then adjust any of these options below, like video likeness, contrast, etc., until everything is set correctly. However, here at the bottom are different options you can choose depending on where the camera is installed. We normally use standard, and don't forget to save your changes. This is really important to do. Once again, please go back to the main screen and let's check the pop-up menu. This PTZ option allows you to control your PTZ cameras, and by selecting a snapshot, you can take pictures of the cameras displayed. Look at the camera sign after I've selected the option. Going back to the 4 channels view, I take pictures of channel 2 here, okay, and one more picture of channel 4. This is really easy to do. Here at photo option, you can save your photos by selecting backup here, and you can also save your pictures in a pen drive. Back to the pop-up menu, the playback option and the record setting will be explained in the next video. Thanks for your attention. What you think really matters for me and my team. Please take a few seconds to leave us a product review. Go to Amazon, then sign in, introduce your username and password. Once you get here, go to your orders, then find the item that you bought from us, and please select write a product review on the right side of your product. It means a lot for me. Please do click. Select the number of stars you consider this product deserves. Write down the product review. Then introduce a title for this awesome product review. And finally click on Submit. As you may notice, it doesn't take longer than 1 minute, and it really helped me out to improve our customer service. Have a great day.